going to try and get Crowding under braking. This is brave stuff. Late on the brakes. Crowding also brakes late as well. Whole position. Very, very good driving, guys. Sophisticated. Jesus H. Christ. Just go home. Look at that shake. What a move. Look at that, guys. What a move from Shane and Borno. What a move from Shane and Borno. That is going to be moved. That's so brave. The wall was like that far away. Wow. Brave it here. Oh, they're going through side by side. They're going through side by side. Fantastic driving. Oh, Owen just runs over the curb a little bit. Amazing driving there from Owen, Howell and Giles. 95. And look at Roland, he's made ground. Stunning. Hit the flip button, guys. He's going to go around the outside. Oh, he's going to be easy. Bingley's fighting, coming through the hairpin. Oh, no one's lifted. Look at this. 3DS's side by side. Oh, wow. Wings on. Jamie's got the high ground at the moment. Can he maintain that high ground? Goodness me, their real bashers are coming up towards the tunnel. Who is going to give ground here? Good Lord, side by side. Great driving, guys. Great driving. Let's keep it going. And Absifex, keep an eye on him. He's just coming through. Just come out of the S's. Oh, look at this. Look at this. He's gone up the squares to the inside. Double overtaken the hairpin. Wonderful stuff. Balls. Look at this. Look at this. Discreetly is punching. He's picking this one up. Here he comes. Is he going to make a loop for Ascari? He is. You know, I think he's going to send this one. Oh my goodness. They lay on the brakes. They're going from side to side for Ascari. Great driving. Hit the clip button. You know what to do, guys. Here comes Bingley. And I thought he was going to get the job done. He still might get the job done. Here we come. And he's going to get it. Who is he? Adam L.B. is fighting. No, Adam L.B.'s fighting back. Adam L.B. is not giving this position up. Now he's got through. Oh, Kerry Burst trying to thread the eye of the needle. Three abreast going through. Blanchimont almost. Jesus! Wow. Oh, what a move! What a switchback! What a switchback! He's going to make it stick! Oh, my goodness me, that's great driving, guys. Huh? What? Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Adam L.B. with the double overtake going into Parabonica. Oh, I think JD, this is going to be close. Oh, it's a three-way. Oh, it's a four-way dance. My God, Jason's taken the lead. All right, St. Leon has got the position back, but look at this, they're drafting, trying to break the toe. Perennial, Sam Tubbs going to try and send up the inside. Perennial going into turn 12 with the hairpin. Oh, and Finn Piermaster get on the brakes pretty quick, and Finn's going to go up the inside on the soft spot. Is he going to do a double? And Schumacher's right there as well. And this is where it's at. Good Lord. Oh, and Schumacher goes up the inside of Perennial. What a lovely move from Schumacher. He's made it stick. Brilliant move. Some of the clip back. Get the clips going, guys. Kenzie, Retro. Thank you very much, says Shuey.
Oh, how about that?
Man, he was on -2. Oh, St. Dash is going to be careful, St. Oh, contact with Perennial. They're going side by side for the Degners. This is brave driving. And St. Dasher, wow, what a great move. He took Perennial on the inside of the Degners. Up front, side by side, Jackie Jr. was overtaken by Badders and was just going to switch through and got the position back again. But here comes Badders. Jackie Jr. places his car superbly on the inside line coming into turn 4. Badders is going to have to go the long way round. And Jackie says, you ain't getting past, son. The door is firmly shut and locked. He's going to have a run at Rapid Pajala. Oh, he almost runs out. Had to switch, big switcheroo. He's going to get him with DRS. And he's going to move himself at P3. Let's have a look at Water and Rufio again. Rufio defensive, making their way down towards Stowe. Rufio giving the room. Good driving, gentlemen. Good driving. Keep it up. Coming into braking in towards Vale. Pace has seen that one coming before. Now he's just taking a lovely defensive line, and Flappy's going to have to. No, Flappy's going around the outside. Oh, they're side by side through 4 and 5. What a Flappy. Oh my goodness me, that was a sensational move from Flappy. But Hayes is going to try and come back in here. Flappy retook the lead with, I think, was one of the best moves I've seen all season. Round the outside there with the long left hander. That was a horseshoe, that way. I think Watto should have this when we think he's going to use his battery now. Switches to the inside. Oh, he's on the grass! Oh my word! How? Clip it. How did he not lose that then? That was remarkable. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you all doing? Yeah, it's BK and the Xbox, Baron Kebab, the racing guru. Welcome to the channel tonight. I hope you're all extremely fine. This rather chilly Wednesday evening, and we got some racing coming at you tonight. It's courtesy of the Total Impact Racing Division 3 Stallions, and we are at La Castellet, the Paul Ricard circuit in France, for what should be an absolute stonker of a Grand Prix. And joining me tonight in the comms booth to call the action. Yep. Hang on. Yeah, it's definitely him. It's Godzilla.
Good evening, good evening, viewers.
How you doing, bud?
Doing good. I'm doing good.
Looking forward to this, mate.
Looking forward. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
Oof, absolutely, mate. Should be a cracker. I'll get some league tables up and running for you guys in a bit once at home. You can ready up now if you want to. Giles, just sing your comment, mate. That's for you. McEwen's export, just for you, mate. That'll put hairs on your nipples. I'm telling you, it's the good stuff. All right. That's for Giles. All right, you can ready up. Let's go racing. We've got, how many laps is it around here, Cod? I can't remember now.
27.
27. I should know, mate, because I completed them on bloody Mondays, only a couple of nights ago. Let's give you a quick rundown of, well, in fact, let's have a quick look at the chat first, I think. New follow, thank you very much for the follow. Easy Via, welcome to the channel. Rapid Vorno has just hosted as well. Thank you so much, Jack. Really appreciate it, as always. Quick look at the Chitty Chat chat. Good evening, Pumpy goes, oi! Hi, Pumpy. Bont the Bullets, good evening. I heard your trial went pretty well, dude. Well done. Giles, yeah, You've seen the beer, dude. It's there. There you go. McEwen's export. I think it's pretty strong stuff, actually. It's about 5%, I think. So yeah, there you go. That'll do you. Ash Rainbow. Good evening. How you doing? Welcome. Good evening, Watto. Hope you're doing well, mate. Badge. Good evening. How's Mini Badge? He's not very well again, ladies and gents. Little Mini Badge, we wish you well soon. Little Mini Badge. Hate it when kids are ill. Wishing you sending good vibes, Badge, to you, your boy, and your family. Good evening, Jakey G. How you doing? Everybody? It's good to have everybody here tonight, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
As always.
Oh, it's Wayne Hammer. How you doing, buddy? This is looking a bit grey. Yeah, sort of stressed, mate. I need some just for men. You know what I mean? How you doing, man? It's good to hear from you. It's been a long time. It's been far too long, Wayne. It's been far too long, buddy. We need to talk. We'll have a chat sometime soon, I hope. I hope you're doing extremely well, dude. Okay, let's go trackside. And let's take a look at tonight's runners and riders for tonight's French Grand Prix. Let's go trackside. Okay, from the top we have Knizzle, ETE Preacher, FRT Harvey, TIR Hayes, Sniper, Arnie92, Risa is stepping in tonight as well. Good to see him. Cheeseman, Boeing. It's Bellend. What's Bellend doing here?
We can't call him that for the whole 27 laps. We can't.
Well,
Poor guy watching this back is calling him Bellend. We can't do it.
It's Boeing 250. Good to see you, buddy. ETE Massey, TIR Tobes, ETE Skeefy. We've got Giles95, Brutal JMK, ERM Minaj. And when is he going to change his gamer tag? He needs an ETE gamer tag, Minaj. Come on, get on it.
I know.
NRX Maestro, Ash Rainbow, Rapid Vorno, and SLR Allen. Allen's come down from Division 2 to Division 3 for personal reasons and also due to work as well. So it's good to see Fatty racing tonight as well. Let's get some telemetry up and running for you guys. Watch it at home. And there we go. Ooh. Rapid Vorno says, it's a wet race bit. Hey, Cod, you know what you said off mic, mate? It's come true. It's a wet race, dude.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, your first car bit is Massey.
It is indeed.
Massey.
What I'm going to do, the guys are on the route laps at the moment. We're going to get league tables up for you. Okay, league tables going into tonight's race. It's actually quite ironic that we're on Massey's car as the lead car because he is leading the championship on 162 points. He's had 3 back-to-back podiums, including with bookended wins at China and last week, of course, in Canada. Giles is P2 in the championship. Minaj is P3 on 135. They've got Ash Rainbow on 125 and Skeefy on 123. I tell you what, man, it's looking tight at the top there already.
It is.
It really is. It really is. Do you know what? I've got round 5 on. I've just noticed that round 5 on the stream. Actually, it's round 6 tonight. My bad. Do you know what? I'm going to change. I'm going to change that. I'm going to change it right now. 'Cause it's the sort of thing that will drive me potty when I see it. Like, you know. So let's change that. Not round 56. Holy crap! It's not that long a season.
It feels like it sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely right. Let me just update that. Let's come off the kebab pad and go live again.
Interested to see that Ash Rainbow is gone out on the medium, so is it actually going to be dry?
Probably a banker lap,
some
maybe.
point.
Maybe a banker lap to start off with.
Could be.
Well, on board Massey as he starts his flying lap, short run down to turn 1. Tricky corner, you've got to really throw the car into turn 1, which he does. Use the inside curve. Use a little bit of the curve here at turn 2, then it's full beans. You've got to be brave on the exit at turn 2. Then it's flat out all the way down to turn 3, which is, again, throw the car in. Then quite heavy on the braking for turn 4. It's a third gear corner, second gear for turns 5 and 6, double right-hander, and then you just got to feather the throttle and then plant it and trust that the car's going to hold coming into turn 6 and 7, which is on to the main back straight, DRS open, and that's a long drag now, absolutely full beans. It feels like it's never going to end, but all of a sudden there's a chicane. Turns 8 and 9, roll it in third gear, get on the power again, be brave, and now it is one of my favourite parts of the track, coming up through turn 10 and 11, absolutely flat out all the way through here on this right-hander. Easily done. You think you need to brake, but you don't. You just keep on the power. Then this tricky corner, turn 12, you've got to kind of take a wide entrance and then tuck the car in. That's perfect what Massey's done there. He's making his way into, again, another tricky long right-hander with the left-hander which tightens up. But again, he's nicely through there, rolls it in third, back on for the power again. Now we're coming up to the last couple of corners. We've got a left-hander where, again, it's wide and then tightens up. And then we've got a hairpin to finish off the lap. Probably roll it in second gear. Takes a wide exit so we can slingshot the car through. Back on the power again. Let's have a look. We're looking around about a 1 minute 30-ish. It's a 1:30.1 from Massey.
Here comes Boeing.
That was a good lap. It's Bellend. And he goes through P2. Just missed him, actually. A 1:31.3 in his first run.
Another AlphaTauri Brutal.
We've got Brutal JMK. Just coming around the final corner now. He actually rolls it in third gear. So you'll see guys taking it on either first, second or third gear. Here comes Brutal on his first run. It's a 1:29.961. First
nice.
Guy into the 1:29s.
Rice.
Reese it is. With a 1:31.261, almost matching Bourne's time.
AlphaTauri ERM Minaj.
Where's Minaj?
It's just starting the lap.
Okay. We've got other cars on laps at the moment, haven't we? So we've got Ash Rainbow about to come through. He's opted for the mediums on his first run. Let's see what sort of lap time he can set. So 1:30, 1-4 on the mediums. Skeefy gets fastest of the 1:29.751. FRT Harvey is just about to start a flyer. Tobes is in
SLR
sector
Rally just
3.
went through with a 29.8.
29.8 from Fatty. Good lap. I think it's Tobes about to come through in the Aston Martin tonight. Let's see how Tobes gets on. This looks actually a pretty good lap from Tobes. Probably a low 30. Let's see how he gets. I will catch up with the chat again momentarily, guys. Tobes goes through the 30.5. That puts him in P5. Hayes goes through the 30.1. That puts her into P4. It's good to see Hayes back racing, by the way, as well,
Yeah,
isn't it, Cod?
he got Sniper on the lap.
Okay, I think Menage is actually ahead of him at the moment on track. He is.
He is, yes.
Right, I'll jump on board.
He's got a load of traffic in front of him over there.
He has now. Will he catch it in time? This is probably guys I'd imagine on in laps, but there are saying that there's about half a dozen cars actually on out laps at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's do you know what? It's Belen, Boeing, Boeing. I call him all three names. I can't help it. It's a speech impediment. Okay.
Getting nicely out of Menage's way there.
Yeah, absolutely. Because as Shaggy would say, it's racing etiquette. You know what I mean? It's just keeping an eye on the mirrors if you're on an out lap, just with an in lap, just getting out of the way, letting cars through. Let's see how Stevie can get on. Menage, good driver. It's a 1:30.2, puts him in P6. And we'll jump on board with Sniper. Sniper's actually backed out of this lap. We've got FRT Harvey through turn 1. Arnie Pieman in the sky is coming down to turn 4.
He's on an out lap.
Giles is on the flyer. Yeah, I think it is Giles, and then it could be Arnie Pieman in the sky. So we'll have a look at Giles. Just coming through the sector 2 at the top of the back straight, coming through the chicane, rolls it in third gear. Because Giles has had, yet again, another consistent season so far. 5 races in, and he is a championship contender. And, by the way, did a bloody good track trial stream earlier on, Cod. Really, really good. Really enjoyed watching that.
Was it good? Was it?
It was good. It was a good race and a good stream from Giles as well. Excellent. It was really, really good.
Nice.
Got some new drivers coming through the ranks, and it's good to see the talent that's coming up through the system. Well, here comes Johnson, just coming around the last couple of corners now. This tight right-hand hairpin coming, around about 100-degree right-hander. Takes it in second gear, back on the power. And it's now full beans all the way down to the start-finish line.
29?
Yeah, 29.7.
Yes.
Just outside Skeefy's time. But a very, very good lap.
Preacher on a lap. Kanizu on a lap.
Arnie Pye's just about to complete a lap,
yeah.
actually, in the Aston Martin. So we'll just catch up the chat in a little bit. Arnie goes through 32.5 on his first run. That's just a banker. Harvey goes through P13. I saw somebody else go through, I'm not sure who it was. Was it Rapid Vorno, possibly? Someone else went through that. It could have been Rapid Vorno.
Yes. Yeah. Was, yeah.
Okay, I'm on board now with... Is that Sniper on a flyer? Yeah, Sniper, and then it's Bob the Builder, Preacher. Wayne Hammer says he's in Gravesend. Man, you have moved, haven't you? Yeah, that's a few miles out, isn't it? Kick all those Labour activists, mate. He knows what I mean. Okay, here comes Snipes, just coming onto the final start-finish straight now. This is just an exploratory run. He'll be going again. We'll stay with him just to see the lap time. He will go much faster than that a little bit later on. Bob's coming straight into the pits, so he is not going to set a flying lap. What is Sniper doing? That's an interesting line there at turn 1 and turn 2. I'm staying with Harvey because I've got a feeling he may be on a fly. He's getting a bit of tow off Rapid Vorno.
Yeah.
Vorno himself may be on a fly, so we'll stay with this a minute just to see how it pans out. Different lines see from Vorno and from Harvey. Let's see how they all get on. Like, in fact, they're both coming into the pits. They're both on in-laps. So we'll go with Knizzle, who's just started a flyer. Yellow's in Sector 3. That's just some slow traffic getting out of the way. I wonder if Brutal's going to back out of this one. I don't know if he's not sure if he's on the flyer. 7.5 minutes left in qualifying. Let's have a quick look at the chat before we go any further. Good evening, SLR Dolphin. How you doing? Dolphin, the Dolphinator. Good to see you. Dame Zero. How you doing, buddy? Says, let's go Menage. SLR Dolphin in the chat says, just want everyone to know, Tottenham get bad everywhere they go. Oh, it's a song. Okay. and you're right, they're crap. The Real Lady says, do you think this game's worth it for controller? Definitely worth a go. Let me just, I need to put a little bit of streamlight. There we go. Definitely worth a go, yeah. I would say so. I would say we've got quite a few guys and girls running no assist. Jason, for example, runs no assist on a pad, Division 2 driver. I think Jason's in the chat as well. He'll tell you all about it. So it can be done. Cod, you're a pad user, aren't you, I believe? Controller?
I am a pad user, yeah.
Yep.
Yep,
What, in Constance
I am.
pad or Xbox controller? Oh,
You're not allowed to do this bit. It's not Thursday. Technically, this is
well,
my day off.
have I got to be nice to you?
You've got to be nice to me today. Tomorrow
Okay.
you can make up for it.
All right, then.
Equals Knizzle.
Knizzle, 129.941.
Yeah.
Good lap.
He got a good turn there. Lovely tub off his teammate, though.
Brutal went
All
faster,
the
so
way.
yeah, 129.6. Brutal was on the pace. And here comes Tobes, and Tobes is up as well. This could be possibly around about a 130 flat for Tobes here. If you can nail this final sector. Still got quite a while left in qualifying. The cloud is building. You can probably see up there a few Nimbus Stratus clouds building up there in the distance. So you could be seeing some rain. The forecast is for a wet race. So, but this looks a pretty good lap from Tobes. Let's just stay with him in the Williams tonight, partnered with TIR Hayes. And it is a 130 flat. Goes P7. Good lap from
Very
Tobes.
nice.
Solid
Very nice.
banker lap. Now, Ash Rainbow is just feeling the cosh a little bit. And he's down in P12 at the moment. He's invalidated this run as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting.
Hayes.
Yeah,
Going up to
Knizzle.
sector 3.
Knizzle's backed out. Where's Fatty? Fatty's actually in Sector 3 at the moment.
Yeah.
So we'll stay with Jerry, see how he gets on. Currently in P5, 29.884. But tell you what, Cod, this is a long lap. Look how tight it is. 2 or 3 tanks covering the top sort of 6-7 drivers. It's very, very tight.
Very, very tight.
Right, here comes SLR Allen. And he is going to come through. Has he improved? He's basically matched his time, 129.887, just 3/100ths down. Let's have a look at Hayes. Hayes comes in the pits. Minaj is in Sector 2. I'm not sure if he's the lead car. It could be a Ferrari on a flyer. Is it Boeing? No, Boeing's well
just
down.
coming through sector 2.
Giles is on an outlap.
There's
So
a
it could be,
Mercedes. So on an outlap.
that's Cheeseman on an outlap, yeah.
Yeah.
Boeing says Bell End, the gamer tag change was was money well spent then. Did you change your gamer tag, Boeing? What is it now? It's still Boeing 250. I thought it was always
Yeah,
Boeing
it was
250.
it's still Boeing 250.
Yeah. Okay. Jason, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. No, Cod is a pad user, Jakey. Minaj, 30-point flat. He's on a flight at the moment. It's Boeing. Oh, Badge, stop it. Liverpool, the greatest football team ever, apart from Torquay United. You know it to be... Search your feelings, you know it to be true. Here comes Boeing. 130.619. He does improve by 0.3 of a second.
Pre-chop.
Bob the Builder. Bob goes through the 30.2. Quickest McLaren so far, but Harvey, I believe, is on a flyer. He's invalidated.
Yeah.
He has indeed. Right, Rapid Vorno.
Cheeseman started a lap.
Okay, yeah, in fact, I think he's the lead car mate, then Rapid Vorno.
Yeah. Oh, Skeefy went quicker. 29.3.
Skeefy, 29.3. I tell you what, that is serious. This is Division 3. 3, ladies and gentlemen. That is rapid. That is very, very quick indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how Cheese gets on. Oh, sorry, I was just checking something there. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate it. As always, it's great to have your company on a Wednesday night. We're currently in qualifying here at La Castellet. It's a Marmite track, this one, isn't it? A lot of people don't like France. Do you know what? I'm starting to like it. I'm starting to like it.
when it's fully dry.
Not when it's wet. Cheeseman does improve, but stays where he is. Here comes Rapid Vorno, who's very slightly up by a smidge, the Sector 2 split. And it takes a wide line and just sort of chucks the car in to the left-hander. He'll be looking to try and get himself... Oh, yeah, he invalidated. I thought as much. And he is going to have to come in and he's going to have to be pretty quick about it as well and get a set of softs on. Reese is invalidated. We've got Arnie Pieman in the sky, 2 tenths up in Sector 1. Sniper's just started a flyer. At the moment, mate, 2 Red Bulls, 18 and 19 at the moment. That's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what Maestro's thought process is on this.
Arnie's gone deep at 11 and 12. He didn't invalidate there, but I think he would have lost a little bit of time there. Massey is, I believe, is that Massey in Sector 2 on a flyer at the moment? Ah, it's a quali ban for Maestro. Of course it is.
Okay.
Of course it is.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Of course it is. Well, here comes Arnie, currently sat in P17, 131.5. Can he improve? He was up at the Sector 2 split, and he does improve, but he moves up to P16 with a 131.176. Sniper's
Massey's on a
a
warm down lap.
Okay, so it's going to be Sniper, I believe, in Sector 3. Got a couple cars in front, but I'm going to go with Sniper. He was, I think, half a second up at the Sector 2 split, which is expected because he did. It was just an installation lap, his first run. So let's see how he gets on now. And now he's up to full speed in the Red Bull as he comes around the final hairpin. I don't think it's going to be as quick as Arnie. I think he's improved, but I don't think he's improved enough to go much further up the grid than as is. No, stays P18 or 131.762, but he is fueled up for 2 laps. So Ash Rainbow's in Sector 3. Ash Rainbow has found half a second plus in Sector 2. This could be into the 129 CF Ash Rainbow. This is looking pretty quick. As he gets on the power, can he put this in the 129s? Yes, he can. He goes P5 with a 129.816. That is a fine lap. Knizzle is on a lap.
Yeah.
He has got some traffic in front, I believe, is in pause mode. It looks like it is anyway. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, it's not. It's Massey. But Massey...
Yeah, Massey's slightly up.
It's very slightly up.
Time.
But I tell you what, he is giving...
he's over a tenth up.
Yeah, he's giving Knizzle a nice toe, though. This is helping Knizzle as well.
Yeah, he was. He's improved again. Knizzle as well.
Yeah, it picked up a nice toe there on the 2 little sort of bits of straight as Massey currently sat in P4 by 1/1000th of a second. Can he improve target time? His teammate Skeefy's absolutely on it with that 129.3. What about Massey in the second Alfa Romeo? Okay, here he goes then. Got a pretty good exit there at the final hairpin. Target times are 129.3. I don't think he's going to get that time, but it's still good enough for P2 at the moment. It's an Alfa Romeo lockout. Knizzle does improve, but stays in P6, the 129.831. Mate, it's looking good. This is looking spicy.
It's looking really good.
Right, Tobes has matched his time. Minaj has just started a fly. Bob the Builder has just started a flyer as well. So who's my lead car, dude?
Is it Hayes?
Okay, we're going to have a look at Hayes. Where is Hayes at the moment? Sector 2, quite possibly. Got a McLaren. Is that Bob the Builder? It's FRT Harvey. Harvey's invalidated again. Right, Hayes is invalidated. So, could be a Williams coming up. Is that SLR Allen possibly?
Yes.
Or is it Minaj? No, it's Minaj first. Minaj is 310. Right, Minaj is 3/10 up, mate. This is looking a pretty good lap. Oh, it's Bow End at 250. Yeah, of course it was Bow End. Now then Boeing and now Bell End. Okay. Yeah, I like France. So going back to what I was saying about France, it's grown on me. Initially, I thought it was just basically a huge car park with a painted track on it, but now I've raced it. I'm starting to enjoy it a bit more.
Minaj's lap here
it's quick.
Well be challenging for the front row here.
Yeah, he was 3/10 up in the Sector 2 split, so he's on target, I would say, for a 29.5 if he can just nail this final sector. Lovely exit on the power as well.
Yeah.
Can he put this? Can he split the 2 Alfa Romeos? We're about to find out. 129. He's just outside. He goes P4 with a fine lap. Skeefy's backed off. He is happy. He thinks he's got pole. Oh, SLR Allen goes through with a 29.527. He splits the 2 Alfa Romeos. We've still got a couple of cars on flyers. Rapid Vorno's backed out. FLT Harvey's not going to go. Sniper's pulled out. I think that's it. I think that is it, Cod.
I think we are done. Yeah, I think we are done. Yeah.
I think we are done indeed. So SLR Allen at the last gasp splits the 2 Alfa Romeos for P2, and I tell you what, this race is looking uber spicy, especially when you consider that we've got some inclement weather coming in as well.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that's a real test of these guys. So I'm coming down with the cold, mate. I've got the cough and...
Oh no. Oh dear.
You know, mate.
Oh no.
Not good.
Testing.
Ah.
Positive tests coming. Positive tests.
Where's discreetly? Where is he? Bottle job Vorno, says Vorno. I'll tell you what, it's got dark really quickly, man.
Yep. It certainly is.
Alrighty, I don't know why I'm on board with... Oh, there we go, right, okay. So let's give you a rundown. Can you just take the screenshots, please, mate, if possible? Just in case. So, Skeefy takes pole, the 129.3, joined on the front row by the Williams of SLR... so the Alpine, sorry, my bad, of SLR Allen. I thought it was a Williams. Those two colours look so similar, they really do. Massey and Brutal JMK on row 2, Minaj and Toes on row 3, Giles and Ash Rainbow row 4, Knizzle and Preacher on row 5. Then we have Hayes and Boeing row 6, Cheese and Reese in row 7, Rapid Vorno and Arnie row 8, Harvey and Sniper on row 9, NRX Maestro, of course, who served the quali ban on his own on a row 10 in the Red Bull. So that is what we've got, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a short break, I think, for a few minutes. Have you got the screenshots okay, mate? Yeah, all good?
Yes, yeah, all good, just in case, because you never know.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the kebab pad up again for the league tables. I'm just going to go and take a very quick comfort break. So let me just get the kebab pad on. Okay, and there is your league tables. We're going to take a short break. We're going to ready up. Oh my good lord, can you see that on the screen, ladies and gents? We're not talking drizzle, we're talking about a monsoon here. Holy smokes, Cod, that is bad.
That's nothing, that's what I had to deal with.
Okay, we're going to ready up around about 21:35. So about just over 5 minutes time, guys. Okay. And I'm going to leave you guys with Cod, if that's okay with you, Cod, just for a couple of 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
So if there's anything you'd like to ask Cod, if there's a prediction that you want me to do to the race, let Cod know. We'll put it up in the chat. And I'll get that organised for you guys, and I'll be back in a couple of 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I'll be right back.
Right, guys. So obviously you can see what the weather's going to be like for today's drivers. It's going to be a very tentative start to the race. So hopefully everyone gets away clean. Obviously, let's get your predictions. Let's get, what you like Beer to do as a prediction for tonight's race, so you can hopefully rinse him of channel points. So hopefully Skiffy doesn't bottle it. There you go, come on. Let me see, what you want to do today? You want to ask? And we still got to, for guys that race Saturdays as well. It's all for... There we go. I'm just trying to find the chat. I can't find the chat. So, obviously, with the championship being very tight at this moment, you've got the championship contenders at this precise moment. Red flag. But you want to mass a formation lap and pull into the pits. Is that one? Everyone gets half points. Race done. Is that what you want, Massa? Hey. The race that shouldn't have been a race, that is a race, that ain't the race, that it was officially the race, and just all that malark deal.
Pack it in, Marcy. You're racing.
Massey wants a race under the formation, like pulling the pits. And the race was a race, official race. That wasn't official, but we get half points.
This isn't Spa, you know. Let's go. Let's go to the command centre.
Hey, Con, how much Lego when you stuck up your bum?
Thanks for
I
those,
had to
Humpy.
hold my tongue then. I had to really hold my tongue then because something was about to come out that would have been very appropriate. So I had to hold my tongue there for
How much Lego could you stuff up your bum? Okie dokie. Interesting call. Right, listen, before we get onto the race itself, big announcement. You need to be watching tomorrow night, guys, like early. We've got a huge race here, right here on Beer and Kebab TV tomorrow night. Before the Division 2 race, which that's big enough as it is, right? But before that, 7 o'clock, you need to be right here because it is the Euro Titans Esports, our very own esports team, us with our partners over at ERN. And we're in action tomorrow night against NRX in the FG Esports World Championships. It is the group of death. And we're going to kick some serious body tomorrow night. And we have got one hell of a team for tomorrow night. So make sure you tune in 7 o'clock. Hopefully it's me and hopefully the Roch will be doing co-coms, I believe, with me as well from FGE. And it's going to be an absolute classic race. And I think we're at Silverstone. What better track than to show the world what the Euro Titans Esports are all about, God.
Oh, I can't wait. Absolutely cannot wait for tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
It's going to be an absolute stonker. Make sure you tune in, guys, because it is going to be a huge race. And I've had this. I know our lineup for tomorrow night, and I tell you something, it's spicy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's about right, Badge.
And keep an eye on Twitter over the next couple of days because we have got a couple of huge signings to announce. All right, for ET, and I mean big signings over the next couple of days. So keep your eyes on our Twitter, both ETE Twitter and TIR and ERN, and it's going to be awesome. I'm telling you that right now. ETE on top, says Dame Zero. Absolutely. Storm is in the chat as well. My co-owner, my partner from ERN. David Storm, good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing extremely well. Thanks for tuning in. Man, I tell you what, we are so excited, both myself and David, about tomorrow night's race. It's going to be fantastic. It really, really is. Woo! Oh, my goodness me. Do you want a sneak preview of the weather, ladies and gents? Should we give them a little look?
Yeah, give them a look.
I think we're just about ready to rock and roll anyway. We're going to go trackside and take a look at the weather. Oh, dear. This is going to test them. This is going to test them, mate. It is absolutely lashing
trying to
down.
ready up earlier when it wasn't time.
Oh, man. This
Serves
is it.
them all right.
This is it. Now, Giles, I've still got your beer, mate, but I think you're going to need more than just the one when you see the track, when you've seen the weather, mate. Oh, my word. Oh, dear, oh, dear. But, yes, it's that is, I don't think that's Inters, mate. That looks like a blue-walled extreme wets to me, mate, I reckon. Yeah.
That certainly does.
That looks pretty damn wet out there. But this should be an absolute cracker. Badge in the chat says, ET has a good team. NRX has everyone else. Yeah, but we have got such a good team. Psych Zany in the chat says, moderately moist. Oh, you're not kidding, dude. It's just a bit damp. It's a Sunderland drizzle, as we call it up here. Badger says, quote the day, wow, I wish my missus got that wet. Oh, my God. If my missus was that wet, we'd still be together, as the old saying goes. Okay, let's get some telemetry up and running for you guys watching at home. There we go, tyres, extreme wets across the board. Dame Zero in the chat says, Massey and Skeefy to die first. Oh dear. Sayers says, looks moist. The track that is, not your wife. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't have, I've got to be careful what I say in the next one.
Hello.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But, okay, so 27 laps of torture for these guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Again, quick reminder of the league tables as they're on the formation lap. There we go. A quick reminder then, going into this race, Massey is the championship leader, having won last week in Canada, 162 points. Giles on 148, Minaj 135, Ash Rainbow 125, Skeefy 123. Don't count out Brutal as well with 88. He got a podium last week and he is quick. Certainly his one lap pace has always been phenomenal. Just needs to try and convert that now into race finishes and he will be up amongst the championship contenders, that is for sure.
And I don't want to jinx him, but I'm pretty sure Brutal in previous seasons is quite good in the wet as well.
Well, there you go. And that's the commentator's curse now, ladies and gents. Let's go back trackside. Okie dokie. Right, they're just coming through the final sector now. Desperately trying to get some heat into those tyres. If they possibly can, try and get some heat into those brakes as well. How brave they're going to be through turn 1. It's going to be tricky. Oh, Massey's been a bad boy. He's on the naughty step.
Oh,
cold tyres.
Did not need that. Oh, dear.
That's it. It's going to be cold tyres and cold brakes.
He's begging for that safety car then into the pit. So,
oh, man.
half points everyone now.
I am feeling groggy. Shrews, good evening. How you doing, buddy? How's Freddie doing? I hope he's feeling a bit better, mate, or he gets better soon. Good to see you, my bud. Good to see you, my buddy. Ryan Roll 799, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. We're just perfect time to follow the channel. We're just about to go lights out here at La Castellet. 27 laps in the wet. This is going to test the skills. Best of luck, everyone, says Dame Zero. Absolutely. A death sentence to the first lap, says Sayers, in reply to Massey's disqualification. But we're about to find out, ladies and gents. We're about to find out what's going to happen.
With the Diva Queen.
With the Diva Queen herself, TIR Hayes, currently starting in P11 in the Williams tonight. Okay, watch for the lights, ladies and gentlemen. Watch for the lights. There'll be a very, very, very slight delay. And here we go. Drive-through penalty for Sniper jump start. And it's go in La Castellet. Sniper's got a jump start. That's going to be a bit of a disaster for him as they make their way down towards turn 1. And SLR Allen's got a great start. He has jumped Skeefy at the start, brave into turn 1. Let's watch them as they come through turn 2. Are we going to see any instance here?
Oh, that's brave from Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes
has been a Preacher.
Preacher's gone and McLaren's gone, and there's somebody else gone with him as well. That could be Arnie Pieman of the Sky,
Hayes
possibly,
as well.
and Hayes as well.
Get out of the way.
That's
Get
unfortunate.
out of the way.
Yellows, there won't be no safety car, I don't think, because there's no big damage as they come through turns. Oh, I can't remember what turn number is now. Turn 5, I believe. It's got a Ferrari there in the Williams. That's Tobes and Giles having a real scrap there. The sort of tippy turn around. Look at this. Ash Rainbow and Massey. Massey did not get a good start. Dropped down to P5. And Ash Rainbow is tracking him as they come up the first part of the back straight up towards a heavy braking zone for the chicane. Let's just jump on board with the leaders as SLR Allen goes through. Skeefy follows him through in P2. Minaj in P3.
No.
What's that, mate? Sorry?
Oh, Vorno.
Vorno having a look there. Oh, I had to back out of that one. And he's got Reese all alongside him.
From last place. He's already up to P14.
Well, he's on fire here, considering he had quali ban. Oh, Tobes there getting very, very close to the back of Giles. In fact, Giles has overtaken him. Giles has moved himself up into P7. That's quite important. Maestro is on the charge. Up to P13. Rapid Vorno. What a great start from Maestro. He's gained, 5-6 places. He's got Knizzle and Harvey battling. Harvey's got past Knizzle. Sniper is making tracks again as Vorno gets slightly out of shape. And look at Vorno go up the inside. Arnie go up the inside of his teammate and gets the job done up to P15. It's all action here. We've got Bob the Builder on the back of Hayes in P17, P18. My goodness me, action up and down the field.
She did have wing damage.
Yeah, a couple of cars have come into the pits. In fact, make that 3 cars have come into the pits. But SLR Allen's got a great start. He is our race leader. Skeefy in P2. Minaj in 3. Brutal JMK has made good ground in P4. Massey in P5. Ash Rainbow in P6. Quite a few cars in the pits. Knizzle is in the pits. Maestro, Sniper, Rapid Vaughan, Hayes and Cheeseman. So there's going to be any double stacks there. Oh, yeah, the Red Bull's going to be double stacking. That's not good news. We'll go with Tobes at the moment. Maestro had a drive-through. Sniper's got a drive-through. That's what Sniper's... in fact, I know Sniper's got a drive-through. I didn't see Maestro, though, with a drive-through. But I know Sniper got one for a jump start. Tobes picks up the first time penalty of the race. And we're going to stay with Tobes at the moment. He's trying to track DOR Giles. Of course, there's no DRS, of course, in the wets. Let's go ETE, says Storm. Absolutely. Shrews is about Freddie. Yeah, he's all good. Snotty Nose, just trying to minimise passing onto any of us now, which is the hardest bit. Yeah, I totally get it, mate. As Tobes is on the charge here with DR Giles. Badger says, imagine both Red Bulls having a drive-through and gaining positions. I think Karen's been on the phone to FIA, you know what I mean?
Oh, God, don't start. Don't start.
TIR Oakley trying to do his best French. Je m'appelle, I am Bru.
Silas in the chat.
FRA Silas, how you doing, fella? Good to see you. Long time no see indeed. Hope you're doing extremely well and racing hard. As Ash Rainbow is now attacking Massey, coming down towards turn 1. Is that rain easing up at all? It doesn't look like it at the moment, mate.
No.
Everyone's the guys who pitted have all come out on the extreme wet weather tyres. No DRS, of course. Skeefy is just managing the gap to SLR Allen. It's 0.6 of a second at the moment. Of course, as I mentioned, no DRS, so it's going to be straight line speed as opposed to extra horsepower from the DRS. But Ash Rainbow may be close enough for a little attack here at Massey. Let's just jump on board his car as he makes his way onto the back straight. Is he close enough? Not really. Not really. Overtaking is not going to be easy tonight. You're relying on cars in front making mistakes, I think, really, for a lot of it.
Yeah.
But the rain, look at that. You can see the streaks of rain coming down from the clouds. Ash Rainbow, slight contact with the back of Massey there. Massey was very hesitant for the chicane. And Ash Rainbow is clambering all over the back of him as they come up through turn 10, which is this fast right-hander. They won't be taking it flat out in the rain, that's for sure, but still carrying forwards 170 miles an hour through that fast right-hander. And then you've got this tricky long right-hander where you feel like the corner's never actually going to, the apex is never going to come, but it does. Same here, this long left-hander. Probably will take it in second gear. Skeefy is keeping SLR Allen very honest at the front at a gap less than half a second, or just hovering around that half a second mark. Ash Rainbow, though, is... Ash Rainbow seems more happy than... Oh, he goes at the inside. What a move. Audacious move on Massey. Oh, a bit of a contact there with Massey. A little bit of contact there. No damage, but a bit of an audacious move there from Ash Rainbow. As Brutal, well, you said he was quick in the wet, mate, and he's just set a fast lap of the race so far. He's looking pretty comfortable at the moment. Let's have a look at FRT Harvey. He's tracking toes, but a lockout there from Harvey. Of course, runs no ABS, so you're going to get lockups from time to time as they make their way through turns 2 and 3. Yellows in sector 3. We've got an incident. We've got it's an AlphaTauri. It's Knizzle has had an off. He is back running again.
You're really going to make me say that, Oakley.
Come on, then.
You're going to make me say that. You're really going to make me say that.
I'll split it with you.
Hey.
Cod's got an announcement to make, ladies and gentlemen.
Oakley's still a dick.
No, come on. Come on, say it. I'll say it. I'll quite happily say it.
I'll say it. I love Oakley like a brother from another mother, and I apologise for all the nasty things that I say about him, because he loves Iron Brew.
Quality. That is freaking quality, mate. You've got to say the... You've got to say the Iron Brew right, haven't you? Iron Brew.
Iron Brew.
Absolutely. Look at Harvey. Harvey's having a real good look here at TIR Tobes for P8, P9. Or FRT Sandbagger, of course, as he's better known as. Yeah. But let's see how he gets on. Nice panoramic view there of the track there in Sector 3. Oh, Harvey. God, he got on the power really early. The back end tried to just step out in there as he got on the power, trying to force his way through to get the job done. He's a man of his word. Oakley's a man of his word, man.
You're like yam.
The 500 biddies from TIR Oakley. Thank you so much, brother.
Shut up, Badger.
Badger says, what's that? God,
yam
like
donuts.
yam donuts. Quality, man. Oh, my lord. Harvey still tracking TIR tapes. Thanks a lot, Oakley, for the support, brother. Really, really appreciate it, as always. It's a double thumbs up from the Racing Geary. Good evening, Jason. Excuse me. How you doing, fella? Good to see you. Jason will be watching this very carefully, of course. He'll be racing tomorrow night in Division 2. So it'll be interesting to see what little tips he can find if it's a wet race. Say Harv is still all over the back of Tobes. Skeefy is still keeping SLR Alan Fatty really honest at the front, just 0.4 of a second between the two cars. Harvey taking a different line there. Tobes taking going off the racing line. I wonder, is it still absolutely lashing it down? Let's have a little look. Oh god, yeah.
It looks a bit lighter. It does look a bit
lighter.
Than
it's gone from monsoon to just heavy. But Minaj is now starting to catch Skeefy a little bit. Shrews with the 10 months resub, recommitment to the channel. That's 10 months, getting close to your badge, Nigel. Thank you so much for the support, brother. Thumbs up, double thumbs up from the Racing Guru. Greatly appreciated, buddy. Brutal is on the back of Minaj as well. So this top four is getting really spicy. In fact, top five, because Ash Rainbow's within 3 quarters of a second.
Ash Rainbow just sits fast as now. I would say I don't think Skeefy really needs to start getting a shift on, because from Minaj down to Massa are closing in again.
Okie dokie. Hot news in from Liverpool. Dame Zero, he is... What's that? He's getting new wheels because at the moment his car's on a set of bricks. Because okay. Well, you do live in Liverpool, mate. Oh, sorry, you're getting a new Xbox in a couple of weeks, which means you can return to League Racing. That'd be good to see, buddy. I think Jez has been missing you. Good to see you back.
Legend has joined the Kebab House.
Now, top five, mate, all within a second of each other. Harvey is getting closer and closer to the back of Tobes. He may possibly have a little run. He's having a little look as he comes up chicane.
Yeah.
Is he going to try and do a late bit of braking here? Not quite close enough. If he can get a good exit here out of the chicane. Oh, he does get a good exit now. Can he get a... But Tobes breaks the toe straight away. Minaj tries to get back into the toe, but that's good. That's sensible driving from Tobes there. As soon as he's got exit the chicane, he just pulled to the right, broke that toe. That's going to make it a bit harder. It's getting interesting at the front now. Ash Rainbow all over the back of Brutal, and Skeefy and Alan still scrapping it out the top. Oakley with a resub, 9 months in the Kebab House crew. That's 9 consecutive months. Thank you so much, brother. Greatly appreciate it, my man.
The top two really need to do something here, because
Minaj... Ash Rainbow's done it again. He did it on the last against Brutal, but this time Brutal... He did it to Massey, but Brutal was wise to that one. And just let him take the inside line and then powered out the corner.
Come in. No.
What's that, mate?
I thought he was at Ash Rainbow then on Brutal. I thought he was closing. He decided to turn off his ERS.
Yeah, Brutal spotted that one nicely, because he would have been probably aware that Ash...
Yellow sector 3.
We got...
Rapid Vaughan had a spin.
Rapid Vaughan had a spin, at the... oh, I know, turn 11. Tricky right-hander.
Oh, he's had a spin again. He's cut his tyres.
Yeah. Okay, let's stay with Ash Rainbow at the moment with Brutal JMK. We'll switch to the broadcast cam as they make their way up the back straight. Let's just go and actually watch the leaders a little bit, SLR Alan and Skeefy, because they're just trading. They're trading sector times at the moment. Yeah, can Harvey get a bit closer this time to
He's
Tobes?
gaining.
Yeah,
he's
let's
gaining.
have a little look. Here he comes. Harvey's going to have a little look. Good defending from Tobes.
Yeah.
Half a car's length. Half a car's width. Not a car's width, but half a car's width. Here comes Harvey. Can he get the job done on Tobes? Tobes has defended really well. Harvey's desperate to get back, because, of course, these guys are being dropped. Giles is dropping these guys. It's all happening here.
Yeah.
Let's see how Harvey gets on as they come round the long right-hander off turn 11. Dolphin with the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, the Dolphinator. Thank you so much, fella. Really appreciate it. We've got a hype train going, ladies and gents. Level 2. Chew. Fucking chew. Get in there. Here comes Harvey. He's having another look at Tobes.
All out of shape there.
Harvey is putting him under extreme pressure, trying to find a tiniest little gap to try and thread that cart through. They come out the final corner. Now Harvey may have a run here. He could have the run coming down towards turn 1. Tobes has to stay defensive here. Which way's Harvey going to go? Harvey's going to try and go around the outside. Has he got the straight line speed, though? Oh, he's inching closer and closer. He's going to go late on the brakes. Who's going to be brave? Toby covers him off again.
Good racing.
Great
good
driving,
racing,
guys.
Yeah.
Hit the
yeah.
clips, guys. That's how you defend, and that's
Like
how you
Minaj
give
is
respect.
literally 2/10 beyond the leader's bit.
I know, mate. I'm keeping an eye on the old screen. It's where do we go? Let's look at it from Brutal's POV. Look at the cars there. How close they are in these wets. Ash Rainbow P4, and this is the battle for P3. Minaj, Skeefy, and SLR Allen. In fact, it's not a battle for P3. It's a battle for P1 when you think about it.
Yeah.
But there's no change there as it stands. What about Harvey? He's getting closer and closer to the back of Tobes. Again, it's like deja vu. Tobes defending well into the chicane. Is Harvey going to get a better exit out of the chicane? Oh, Tobes has a real wobble. This may be Harvey's chance.
Yeah.
This could be his chance.
Yeah.
Tobes has to go defensive straight away. Harvey switches to the inside line.
Oh,
wow. Who is going to yield? Who is going to yield as they come through?
Oh.
Harvey has to yield again.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. Oh man, this is how you do it though, mate. This is great driving to see.
Brilliant driving.
Long may it continue. No commentators curse tonight.
Oh, It's like I went back last season in Division 4 in Canada with
Ash-
this sort of driving.
Ash Rainbow has got Brutal and he is all over the back of Minaj. Excuse me, so I'm coming down with a bit of a cold at the moment, so I'm croaking a little bit and coughing and spluttering. I do apologise. Oh, blimey. Ow.
Got some water there, beer.
I've got some water, dude. Thank you. I've got some water.
Minaj has just dropped off the back of the front too.
He has. He has, mate. I'm just going to keep another eye on this little about Harvey's going to look for. Is he going to try and simulate the inside hit turn 4? I don't think he's quite close enough. Skeefy's
get frustrated.
Yeah, Skeefy's getting a little bit closer to SLR Allen now up front. Let's just jump on board. Let's just have a quick little shifty here. Is he going to have a run up the inside here? Straight line speed. He's getting a little bit of toe there.
Yeah.
Off the Alpine.
I'm just wondering if Skeefy was doing some fuel saving the first few laps.
Well, do you know what, mate? We've seen it, haven't we? We've seen people run out of fuel this week.
Division 6.
Yeah.
Division 6.
Division 5. Division 5.
Division 5,
Four cars ran out of fuel in the last lap. Crazy times. A Skeefy all over the back of SLR Allen. Got to give a quick shout out in the chat. TIR Badger with the 500 biddies says, thanks for keeping me sane in these difficult times. Hey man, you're more than welcome because I'm insane. So if someone's sane, that's good. But no, it's all good. It's all good, Matt and I. We're all here wishing Mini Badge a very speedy recovery, mate. Very speedy recovery. He's not been well for some time. And
all the energy in TIR.
all the vibes. Skeefy gets to the inside of Allen. Turn 1. Sorry, the last corner, sorry. And Skeefy got the job done. It's straight line speed. That might have been an audacious overtake from Skeefy. Said he went up the inside. Oh, Allen's getting back in the toe again. Who is going to be brave going into turn 1? Oh, this is going to be so close. And Skeefy takes the lead. Harvey's in the pits. Excuse me. Harvey's in the pits.
Is he going into us?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. No, there's another set of wets.
Another set of wets.
There's a lot of rain coming there, mate. Still a lot of rain. But look at this battle here. We've got a top 5 battle. We'll go from Brutal's POV. Wow. Yeah, Badge, thank you so much for the support, by the way. I greatly appreciate it.
I'm not saying that Massey doesn't want to get a podium or win. I'm just wondering if Massey's just consolidated decent points today. Because it's not looking very comfortable in wet conditions.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it will change to intermediate tyres a little bit later on. I'm going to check out some, share some love with you guys. Thank you so much for completing the hype train, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, as always. It's greatly appreciated. Goodness me. Oakley says, that cold, need to drop the beer and kebab and take my advice, tea and biscuits. That's a good call, mate. I'll be having a nice cup of tea when the stream's over. I've got to pop up the garage there and get some milk, actually, but I might get some cheeky chocolate digestives or something, maybe. So wash down with a cup of tea. Giles picks up a 3-second time penalty. I'll tell you what, mate, I'm just going to come off the top just for a little while. We want to drop down. There's a lot of guys here not getting some coverage. You've got Rapid Vorno currently in P19, Cheeseman in P18. Hayes is having a good battle with Knizzle here, P17 and P16, as they just come through the chicane. Knizzle, and the two Red Bulls, Sniper and NRX Maestro, just off somewhere off the pace at the moment. Tobes is coming to the pits. He's going to try and cover off FRT Harvey. Talk of the devil, there is FRT Harvey. So we're going to stay with Harvey, and we're going to see if the undercut on Tobes has worked. So
I think he's going to be well ahead there. Tobes is just entering these pits now.
Harvey's just coming around the final corner. Right, Harvey's in the start-finish straight now. It's going to be close, actually. It's going to be close.
It's going to be very close, yeah.
It's going to be close. There they are again. Has Harvey got the run to turn one? Oh, and Tobes is... Oh, Harvey's going to be so frustrated seeing that. He's going to be like, oh my God, not again. Holy crap. But saying that, though, now's Harvey's time to attack. Tobes is on relatively cold tyres. This is Harvey's chance to try and really, really put the pressure on there. Try and force Tobes into a mistake. As they come round turns 5 and 6 to start this back straight. But I don't think Harvey's going to be quite close enough. Tobes looks like he's just about covered. Just needs a good exit. And he picks up a 3-second time penalty. Went a little bit deep there. So that's that battle. We got Bob the Builder currently in P11. He's trying to chase down Boeing in front of him. We've got Arnie having a pretty solid dark drive on his midweek debut. And in fact, Boeing's gone off. Boeing's gone off. He's had a spinneroonie, and that's unfortunate. I think he curbed it coming off the chicane by the looks of it. Okay. Harvey is all over the back of Tobes now. Tobes is struggling a little bit, trying to get his tyres up to temperature, and Harvey is really, really pressurised. And Ash Rainbow is in the pits. Apparently, of course, it's Ash's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Ash Rainbow. Happy. I don't know. How old are you, Ash? About 28? I can't remember how old you are, dude. But happy birthday, Ash Rainbow. He's pushing for the win. Says H Jones 0113. Harvey's was coming into the pits there. No, he just ran a bit deep. Now, where's Ash going to come out? Is he going to clear these guys? Yes, he does. That's important. He has cleared the guys who were coming, had already pitted comfortably. So that's all good for him. Now he's got some free air now as Ash Rainbow. So it's time for Ash Rainbow, as best as he can in these conditions, to really put the hammer down, Cod. He's got a lot of free air now to go for it. Look at SLR Allen and Skeefy still battling P1 and P2 coming through the chicane. And there's Minaj and Brutal keeping a watching brief just behind them. Need ginger biscuits, says Badger. Yeah, ginger snaps are okay. They're not too bad. Jakey G says, what's your opinion on coffee? Love the stuff. It's a ritual. First thing in the morning, cup of hot, strong coffee to kickstart my day a little bit. Give me that caffeine fix. Absolutely. I like the. I don't mind whether it's like a Nescafe Gold Blend but I do like the old filter coffee. It's always nice to have a good pot of filter coffee. Do you know what I mean, Cod?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Oakley in the chat says, currently watching Netflix. Anyone watch Squid Games? It's mental. Actually, do you know what? I've started watching Squid Games. It's like Hunger Games, but more violent. But what the hell are you doing watching Netflix, mate? You should be watching Racing Guru and Division 3 Stallions. Huh?
I'd take everything I said earlier.
Yeah. Check it all
In
back
fact,
on.
you should be doubling that 500 to 1,000.
Right, Eslo Allen's in the pits. Now, Ash Rainbow is coming around the final corner. This is going to be pretty close again, I reckon.
Yeah.
And Brute was under threat as well now. Here comes Ash Rainbow. Can he get out? Can he clear these guys? Can he undercut them? This is going to be close. He's got Brutal. There is SLR Allen. It's close, but not quite close enough. But again, Allen's got the problem now of having very cold tyres compared with Ash Rainbow's. Ash Rainbow, by the way, set the fastest sector there in Sector 3 on the previous lap. So,
just wondering if Skeefy should have just pitted as well.
Well,
Skeefy to cover off.
Skeefy needs to be careful
Possibly,
now because he can't. Well, you need to keep an eye on his lap time. He will no doubt have a race engineer with him, so he can keep an eye on his lap time. But it's going to be nip and tuck, because if he gets it slightly wrong, he could actually drop behind a couple of cars who have yet. Like he could drop behind Reese, for example, who has yet to pit, and then he's going to be held up. So he needs to push.
Yeah.
Of course, there's no arbitrary. There's no arbitrary is the wrong word. There's no. They don't have to pit, of course, but I couldn't think of the word I'm looking for. Compulsory. There we go. There's no compulsory pit stop. However, one set of wets will not go full race distance around here. They do need to make a pit stop. So let's go and have a look at Skeefy. Let's see what he's going to do. Is he going to come in? No, Skeefy stays out. Minaj comes in, though. What about Massey? Is Massey going for it? No. There's a problem here. They're going to be talking to each other in party card, but they've got to worry about a possible double stack situation if it's like a safety car. So has Minaj cleared SLR Allen? Has the overcut worked? Let's just stay with SLR Allen as he comes around the final corner. Keep an eye there on Minaj's Alpine.
You know what? I think he has, you know.
Minaj is on his way out now. This is going to be close. This is going to be oh so close. But I think Allen's just got it. He has. But Ash Rainbow's gone through as well. The overcut worked for the overcut did not work.
And Brutal went through past as well.
Oh, Minaj is just basically he's lost 2 positions there to Brutal and Ash Rainbow. That's going to be critical. And I tell you what, Skeefy and Massey now particularly Skeefy, need to be thinking a little bit because they've seen that the overcut's not worked. And they're going to be vulnerable here. Well, particularly, I mean, Massey's not quite in the leadership battle. You know, he's net P6-ish around that area. Net P6. But Skeefy has now got to start really, really thinking.
Surely he's going to cover it off. He's got to cover it off now.
Well, if the tyres... Oh, yeah, he's struggling. Oh. He's had a bit of a wobble there. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Let's see what Skeefy does. Is he going to come in as he comes around the long left-hander back in sector 3? Has he had a fantastic... I didn't see Tobes leave the session, actually. He's got back in. Skeefy stays out. He's staying out again.
I think he's just lost the lead.
Okay, Tobes has left the session. Can you re-invite Tobes, please, mate?
Oh, he's having a shoot. Yeah, I just invited him back in as well.
Yeah, no worries, dude.
Oh.
Right, Massey stays out as well. Now, I'm wondering, is the rain scheduled to get lighter? Is this why they're staying out? Because they're going to do a switch onto intermediate tyres a little bit later on, possibly. So they're trying to hang out this session, hang out this stint as long as possible. Yeah, Jakey Jesus is pointing out in the chat. Look at Rapid Vorno down in P19. He is on the intermediate tyres. You can see, I'll get my head out of the way. There we go. Rapid Vorno is on the intermediate tyres, so we have had a change. Now, we've got a battle bring down here. We've got Sniper who's yet to make a pit stop. Arlie Pie Man of the Sky is right there. Knizzle and Hayes have not made pit stops either. So I'm going to jump on board this little battle at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Dow Egberts, Coffee says SLR Dolphin. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff, actually, to be fair. Ash Rainbow apparently is 30 today. Gagler cars coming in the pits. Probably intermediate tyres going on there, I reckon. Wouldn't surprise me. It's still raining pretty hard, Cole, to be fair.
I mean, it's worth a gamble. It is worth a gamble. You know, you never know.
Well, let's have a look at... I'm just going to stay at Rapid Vorno just a minute. I want to see what grip he's got, and there's the answer. Not much. Not much is the answer. Okay. So... we'll have a look at the gap, right? Because Cheeseman's P8, this is just for the front runners, really. Cheeseman to Rapid Vorno is, if you call it 5 seconds. Cheese is on new wets, Rapid Vorno's on new inters. So we'll keep an eye on that gap between P18 and P19, because that could be crucial. If there's race engineers, the drivers, they'll be telling them the gaps, and they'll be telling them whether it's worth a switch over onto intermediate tyres. Okay, we'll just switch on to broadcast camera. Ash Rainbow chasing down SLR Allen. Quick look at the chat. Badge says, I've got an Nespresso machine and some of those coffees are mental good. Yeah, we've got the Tassimo thing. They're quite expensive, that's the only problem. They're not cheap for any other little pods that you put in, and you get a cracking cup of coffee. I mean, a serious caffeine hit. But they are quite pricey, to be fair. Don't you dare spoil it, Adam LB, because I need to watch the end of Squid Games. Right, gaps 4.5 from Cheeseman to Rapid Vorno. Okay, so Vorno's taken a couple of tenths out of it. It's not huge. It's just, as I just said, that it's just dropped to 5.4. So I think Vorno is still struggling on the intermediate tyres.
He did make a mistake, that beer.
Yeah, but say he's made a mistake, which if he was on the wets up to temp, he probably wouldn't be making as many mistakes. Maybe, I don't know. But Skeefy and Massey are extending this stint anyway, but they cannot double stack though. That'll ruin Massey's race. Massey's probably net P6. Allen is catching them. Allen is catching Massey. We'll keep an eye on that gap. 12.5 seconds is the benchmark between Massey and Allen. Allen on fresh tyres, of course. And then we've got this three-way dance between Allen, Rainbow and Brutal, J and K. Of course, Brutal's going for back-to-back podiums here. Adam LB says they may stay out the whole race. Yeah, I mean, they don't have to change tyres, but will those wets last the full race distance and still be competitive? It's going to be an interesting call, dude. Because as the rain stays heavy, though, of course, it keeps the tyres relatively cool. They're not going to overheat the tyres, and they'll keep the tread as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting call. We're going to have. See, look how close Ash Rainbow is to the back of Allen. He is almost pushing through the course. In fact, he's gone. Is he going through the last corner? He's done it again. Oh, my goodness me. But Allen's fighting back. Let's jump on the side-by-side broadcast. Oh, Ash Rainbow made a mistake. There was no mistake. He just lost it, mate. And he's lost an end plate. And that is crucial. That is so painful for him. He's going to lose so much downforce now. So much aerodynamic grip. And Brutal's just going to probably slingshot past him here. Yeah. Ash is going to have to pit, mate. He's going to lose so much time. Oh, the birthday boy. Has he been drinking? Maybe. I don't know. I'm only kidding. We've got some movement down the bottom here. Arnie has got past... Oh, it's Tobes' AI. That's why. I think Tobes is doing a full reset of his Xbox. I think that's what he's been advised to do, looking at the chat anyway. Yeah, Ash is going backwards. He is going... Oh, he's in the wall, and that could be... Yeah, he was fighting somebody. I don't think he needed to fight him there. Ash, just get that car in the pits, dude, and get back on it. Got the two McLarens having a battle here. FRT, Harvey and Preacher. Because these two had a big coming together, didn't they, at China, do you remember?
Yes, yeah.
I agree, Dame. How did he not die there? Harvey's going to have a look at his teammate here. He's getting closer and closer to Preacher. No, decides to back off there as they come for the chicane. Of course, Harvey's just been stuck behind cars, hasn't he? He spent that first stint stuck behind Tobes, and now he's stuck behind his teammate. Right, Skeefy's in the pits. Let's just see what tyre goes on that car. Is it going to be a set of intermediate tyres going on there? Rapid Vorno is just starting to catch Cheeseman again a little bit, but not by much. What colour? It's a set of intermediates. It's an intermediate tyre going on. Right. He's going to get dropped. The question is, will the race come back to him? What's helped, of course, is Ash Rainbow having the incident. So he's going to drop behind, Minaj and Brutal and Allen. We knew that anyway, but now he's going to be chasing them down a little bit now. Have we got a double stack? McLaren double stack? No, Preacher's in the pits, Harvey stays out. Okay, that's fine.
What if Skiffies had Jeff on the horn?
Possibly. I mean,
does that
look like intermediate tyres to you? I'd say it's probably not a million miles away because, yes, there's still a lot of water, but there's the puddles that we saw earlier. They're sort of disappearing now. It's just slick with water as opposed to a lot of standing water. So Inter's maybe possibly the way to go now. Ash Rainbow's put on the set of Inters. Sniper is on intermediate tyres as well as Skeefy. Just watch this battle here between recent NRX Maestro, Red Bull versus Haas. Eslar Allen still catching Massey, slowly reeling him in. H. Jones says, I can't believe that's happened to Ash. Yeah, there was no contact between two cars there. That was just a slight mistake. And in the wet, of course, how costly that can be in the wet. What have we got? Ash Rainbow is now all over the back of Boeing. What Ash has got to be down. What Ash has got to do now is not lose his head. He's just got to be cool, calm, and calculated. He will if the Inters are quicker, he will get past these guys. But he's just got to be patient. There's still time left. 9 laps to recover his race. Right, Massey's in the pits. Minaj is in the pits. Big call for Minaj. He is going to drop well down, but the intermediate tyres are the ones to be on. I think Allen is going to try and hold it out now. But Skeefy is going to be on the back of these guys pretty soon. He's catching them. Minaj has come in. He's taken... Right, of course, he went wet. Now he's gone wet Inters. So he's going to lose... he's going to lose track position now. And I think... You know what, mate? I think that's cooked his race for the win.
You reckon?
Yeah, I can't see him catching Skeefy. He's 9 seconds down on Skeefy now. I think
That's true. That is true, yeah.
Yeah, I think if Alan and Brute are going to win this race, they've got to stay out. They cannot come in. Skeefy's played a MasterCard with the strategy. We were wondering whether he was going to, as I said, I did mention a few laps ago, whether he was just going to eke out this stint and then put intermediates on. And it might have worked out extremely well because we could see both Alfa Romeos on the podium as well. Because Massey, this has brought Massey into contention for a podium now, I think.
Yeah.
It all depends. Rapid Vorno, yeah, there we go. Inters 144.2 from Rapid Vorno. He's down in P19. Yeah. He's just set the fast slap of the race. So let's have a look. We've got here NRX Maestro versus Knizzle. This is Inters versus Wets. Minaj can still get a podium. Yeah, it's feasible, but if there's enough water there on the track to cool down the wet weather tyres a little bit, so they don't overheat. Alan's in. Oh, it's not working for him. Okay, what Brutal's going to do? Is Brutal going to stay out? I think Brutal is staying out. He's gambling. Skeefy, there we go. 143.3. Right, that's a full second quicker. The intermediate tyres. Okay, this is interesting. Matty, good to see us. I had a wet race at Portimao tonight. It was an interesting experience. I bet it was. It's a fantastic track in the drive. I've never tried it in the wet yet. I don't think I'd like to be honest. Not yet. I'm not brave enough yet. Okay, so where are we? So how much time? Well, SLR Allen has got out in front of Minaj. That was important for SLR Allen. They're saying this has brought Massey into contention for a podium, and I was saying this. It really, really has. Preachers in the pits as well. So it looks like the cars. There's still mixed tyre compounds out there. Some guys are staying out in the wets. I wonder if Brute's going to just try and hang it out here, try and get a podium by staying out in the wets. It may be his best chance now of getting a podium if he can just keep the tyre temps down enough. I think Skeefy's going to pass him. I think that's a given. Skeefy will just feel more confident now, as you see. It's still raining pretty steadily, but there's no real standing water.
So much grip.
There's
much grip.
So, yeah, you're absolutely right. There's no standing water on the racing line. That's the critical thing. The tyres have displaced all of that water. It's not dry, not by long, but it's not as wet. But I think Brutal might have. He's just going to try and settle for P2. I reckon that's a strategy. Right, here comes Skeet. This could be the lead here. Gets so much better traction at the final corner, much more grip, and Skeefy gets the job done. And barring mistakes, that seems
Massey as well.
Yeah, and barring mistakes, that is going to be the race win, I think.
Here comes Massey.
Right, Giles goes defensive. No, he's not going to be close enough here. No, he'll wait to the back straight, I reckon, unless Giles makes a mistake coming out of turn 2. Oh, he does as well. He gets a real step on there, and Massey's going to get closer and closer. Is Massey going to try and stump the inside? This is a brave move. I think Massey just needs to back out.
Wait, Massey. Wait.
As long as he gets a good exit out of turn 6, then he'll get him on the straight. Arnie's in the pits as well, so the wets are no longer the optimal tyre.
RV on.
Hang on, I'm just going to stay with this battle, mate, for the minute. I want to see if Massey can get the job done on Giles here.
Comfortable over to why is he in AI mode?
Who's that? Reese, I don't know, mate.
Reese. It was in AI mode as Harvey was overtaking him.
Okay, I don't know. Is he disconnected? Possibly?
No, he's still there. He's still there. Strange one that was.
Right, Massey, as you can see, he's got better grip, getting better traction out the corners now. He's getting closer and closer to the back of Giles. When he gets past Giles, he then has to really try and chase down Brutal. But I tell you what, Alan on the fresh inters is really catching Massey. It's not over yet that Alan could yet catch Massey and pass him. Ash Rainbow's got past Reese as well. Reese is back in control of his car by the looks of it. We got Maestro has not got past Knizzle, but I think he might just be about to do it now, actually. Or will he? No, Knizzle's... Oh, Maestro, need to give him a bit of room there, dude. That's Knizzle's line. It's Knizzle's corner. So Knizzle's still on the wet, and he's held up Maestro for 3 or 4 laps now.
Yeah.
And Maestro's not got past it. I think we're just on that crossover. You know, I think the Inters are slightly quicker, but not by a huge amount, if that makes any sense. Eslau Adam, fastest lap of the race with 1:43 flat. He has taken another second out of Massey. He is on the charge. He still sees a possible podium here for him.
Or is this all down to like Massey being held by Giles? Why he's losing time to Alan?
Possibly, but then you look at Skeefy. He hasn't. Oh, Vorno's gone. And now it's going to be a safety car. This will make life interesting if there is. Oh, there is a safety car.
It is.
Now. Brutal and Giles. Oh, this is just. Well, have a look at the deltas. It might work for them with the deltas. Can they get in quickly enough and get out before Massey takes them? It's a shame, actually, because Skeefy was actually not really dropping Brutal. This is what I mean about the crossover.
It wasn't.
It was 1.3 seconds. So we're literally just flitting between intermediate tyres and wets. But what are Brutal and Giles doing now? Did they just quickly slip in and slip out again? They've got to watch their deltas, of course. That's the problem. It's not really... Because these new rules they brought into F1 the last season or two, it's no longer quite the cheap pit stop it used to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. I mean, surely it's the the obvious choice. You see it. Oh, what's Brutal doing? Oh no!
What's happened, dude? I didn't see it. What's happened? Can you clip it? Whatever it is, clip it. Whatever it is, clip it, mate. I didn't see it. I was not on that car.
That was silly from Brutal. Oh my! Basically,
boys, got to drive through penalty.
Oh,
what did he dive bomb him? Did he or what?
He literally overtook Skeefy because he wanted to get in the pits, and he clipped Skeefy's back end.
Okay, Skeefy got damage. Did Skeefy take damage out of that?
No, I think Skeefy just come in for a fresh set of inters, but that was just silly from Brutal.
Okay, we'll
just took both of them out.
Just make sure it's. Did you clip it?
Yeah, I clipped it.
Okay,
yeah, I clipped
cool. Okay, cool. Well, obviously that will be looked at by the stewards, but Massey then becomes race leader. Could Massey get a victory all of a sudden? Brutal comes out P2, yeah. Skeefy P3, Eslar, Allen and P4, and none of these guys have got penalties either. Minaj is in P5 at the moment in the second Alpine, but he is carrying at least one penalty. Giles in P6, FRT Harvey in P7, Ash Rainbow in P8. Tobes is AI, so we can't count him unfortunately. Maestro in P10, Reese 11, Boeing in P12. Brutal's clipped it as well. He's got a defensive clip. That's fine. Yep. Just if Skeefy sends it in, then just send your defensive clip in. If there's an investigation, of course we do have a separate investigation chat channel for each division, so you know if you are being investigated before the steward's report comes out, so you can submit any defense clips if you need to. Sias says it'll be a 3-lap charge, I think, staying on the Inters. I think was the winning ticket. Yeah, I believe so now, definitely. And this is going to be fascinating now to see how this all pans out, because that safety car has juggled the top 5 or 6 around here. You can't even discount. You can't discount anybody now, really. Potentially, anything can happen now at the end of this race. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. The pack is really spread out at the moment as well.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, what I've seen it, dude, I think you're being a bit too negative on yourself, dude, if I'm quite honest. You know? Okay. So, let's give you the running order. Lap 24 out of 27. Massey P1, Brutal JMK P2, Skeefy in P3, SLR Allen P4, Minaj in P5, Giles in P6, FRT Harvey in P7, Ash Rainbow P8, Tobes is not going to count, I'm afraid. His AI, it's unfortunate for him, but it's not going to count. Maestro P10, Reese in P11, Boeing, Belen, whatever you want to call him, P12, Arnie Pie, Man of the Sky, P13, Preacher P14, Knizzle in P15, Hayes P16, Sniper in P17, and Cheeseman in P18. They're slowly catching the pack up now. Cheeseman's just making his way through turn 1, so I wonder if the safety car will come in this lap. Quite possibly. They should be pretty close to catching the back of the pack up. Okay, so we'll flick it back onto the broadcast cam with our race leader E.T. Massey. And so it goes. Matty says double Austria next, 1 dry, 1 wet. It will be interesting. Yeah, I've got some pretty bad news as well. I probably can't do either of the 2 Austria races, unfortunately.
What, as in race?
Yeah. Which I'm disappointed about, but the league comes first. Nigel, I hope Nigel's mine. His little boy, his stepson's got COVID and they're self-isolating. And of course, it's his son's room that he uses for streaming, so Nigel won't be able to stream all race for the next is it 10, 14 days because of the COVID isolation rules.
Oh, right, okay.
So I think I'm going to have to stream on Monday, unless I can find somebody to come in and do Monday Night Division 6 for me. I'll have to stream it just so the race is covered.
Yeah.
If I can find somebody, then brilliant, I can race. But otherwise, I'll have to. The league comes first, and the races do need to be covered.
Yeah.
Okay, now, is the safety car coming in? No, we're going to see another lap.
Not.
Another lap. This is interesting. So we're only going to have 3 laps. Laps 25 and 26, 27, we're going to have 3 laps.
Yeah, we're going to have 2 laps there.
It will be, yes, 2 laps indeed. I just can't count. I'll just shut up, Yam Yam.
What? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
What was there any need for that? No.
For me, that's a term of endearment. You know what I mean?
That's a term of endearment, is it?
Yeah,
is that what you're calling that?
Yeah, for me.
I'm calling that streamer abuse.
Oh, man. Okay. Right. So we have 2 laps then. Wow. Top 4, no penalties. Minaj and Giles, what can they do? Can Harvey do anything? What about Ash Rainbow, the birthday boy? Can he do anything? It's going to be fascinating to see. I can see some positional changes there. Guys like Maestro and Reese, they're going to be thinking, ooh, 4 or 5 guys in front have all got penalties. We can get some seriously good points out of this race tonight. It's going to be fascinating as to how these last 2 laps will pan out. I didn't get the safety car out. Let me get the safety car out. Hey, I've got the red one tonight.
Safety car's in this lap.
Okay, I'm in it. I'm in the Aston Martin, mate. I'm in the Aston Martin tonight. What car is it tonight, anyway, out of interest? I can't see now because
it was the Aston, actually. I think it was the Aston.
Massey's shot off the distance, so I can't see anymore. Thanks, Massey. He's let the safety car go. Right, we'll jump out the safety car, back into action.
Now, I wonder if Massey's going to play the team game and back Brutal into Skeefy.
Yeah, it would make a lot of sense. These two.
What was that?
I don't know. What was it?
Surely that wasn't Skeefy's end plate. Surely he didn't hit him.
I don't know, mate. Just have a look at Skeefy's car.
I'm having a look right now.
No, I can't see anything, mate. I just
no, it's fine.
No,
it's I just seen like this black thing, just like pop up on the left-hand side of the screen. I thought, is that an end plate?
It might have just been the sunglasses, mate. I don't know.
Well, here them out the window.
Yeah, probably. Here we go. Right, Massey, I think, has gone. Yes, he has. Right, okay, so Massey didn't back them up. But Brutal is... Well, Skeefy got a pretty good exit, and he's drafting Brutal down towards turn 1. And he'll be feeling that Brutal owes him one. He owes Brutal one here. Here he comes. Is Skeefy going to go up the inside? No, he doesn't. He'll bide his time. But Massey, all of a sudden, is looking like a potential race winner again.
Yeah.
From nowhere.
Brutal's lost it.
Oh, that's it. And he's just dropped down to P4. Oh, that's critical. Eslau Allen's gone through. Now, are we going to see team orders at Alfa Romeo? Does Massey just going to turn around and say, no, you know what? I want this race. I'm going to go and win it. He's championship leader.
Well, yeah, it doesn't have to.
Oh, Harvey's made a good start. Look at this. Harvey and Giles battling side by side, and Harvey's up to P6. He's gained a couple of positions, but Giles is coming right back at him. Let's jump on board with the action. Here comes Giles and FRT Harvey. Straight line speed Ferrari versus McLaren. Who is going to win this battle? Is Giles going to go late on the brakes? Giles sends one a little bit, and Harvey defends. Harvey's got his right to stay his line. Harvey, though, does give room on the exit. And he gets, gets better traction. Here comes Ash Rainbow on Giles. They're almost side by side. The birthday boy versus Giles. Who is going to give ground here? Nobody. Side by side for the fastest corner on the track. And they're still going side by side now. But this time I think Giles is going to have to yield this one. Or is he? He's not giving up without a fight. Ash Rainbow does leave enough room on the inside. And they're still battling. They're still battling. Ash Rainbow gives room. Giles is right there. Nobody's giving this one up. I think this time, though, Ash Rainbow says, thank Christ for that. I've got the job done. At least for now. Moves himself up into P7. Just looking back from Ash Rainbow's car. That's Tobes' AI car going back, so I don't think we need to worry about this. Right, last lap of the race, and Massey from nowhere. The safety car's worked out so well for him. He is now in control of his own destiny on the final lap. He can sense a famous victory here. And a 1-2 for Alfa Romeo is looking quite feasible. What can SLR Allen do? Can he try and get back? What esports team is DIY? I don't know if it is, mate, to be honest with you, Vorno. Or is it? I don't know. I think isn't it a Assetto Corsa? It's an Assetto Corsa team, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a Assetto Corsa team.
Let's stay then. Kenny PO5 says Division 3, good racing in this league. Absolutely, thank you for the kind words. Yeah, these guys really do know how to race. That's for damn sure. Last lap of the race, it's looking like a potential 1-2 for Alfa Romeo. They've done it again. Massey with another victory, consecutive wins here. The way it's going. Is it going to stay that way? We've got about 6 corners to go on the final lap here at La Castellet. With Skeefy P2, SLR Allen P3, Brutal P4. Minaj is still trying to get brutal as well. But of course, Minaj is carrying a penalty, so he's not going to gain anything out of it, really.
No.
But he's a racer. Minaj does like an overtake or two. But let's jump on board with Massey. He has got, 3-4 corners to go. He's just got to keep the car on the track now. And he could take an outstanding and unexpected victory considering where he was before the safety car. Comes round the final corner, just needs a good exit. Get the power down, no sliding. He's going to get the job done. Massey is going to take the checkered flag and victory for Alfa Romeo. Great win. Skeefy's going to get P2. It's a 1-2. It's a front row lockout. SLR Allen gets P3. Brutal P4. Minaj P5. Ash Rainbow is P6. But no, he gets jumped by NRX Maestro on penalty countback. Harvey, it drops to P8. Giles P9. Reese P10. This is all changing around. Hayes P11. Sniper in P12. Knizzle, Cheeseman, Preacher, and so on and so forth. We will get the final results and we'll get these guys in for a chat as well. But what an end to that race. That safety car really did mix those last few cars, the top 6 up. Maestro gets driver of the day. Okay, Godies. What a race there, ladies and gentlemen. That was something else. Let's give you a rundown of the final positions. Maestro says, ban me from qualifying more often. Well, P6, yeah, do you know what? Yeah, drive the day, P6 from Plum Last. Drive the day is Maestro. Yep, yeah, that's a slam dunk. But Massey takes the victory. Skeefy P2, so it's a front row maximising the points again with Skeefy fastest lap of the race as well for the bonus point. SLR Allen in P3, Brutal in P4, Minaj in P5, NRX Maestro in P6, Ash Rainbow, Birthday Boy in P7, Harvey in P8, Giles in P9, Reese gets P10. Hayes in P11, Sniper P12, Knizzle in 13, Cheese 14th, we've got Preacher in 15th, Tobes that won't count unfortunately, so Arnie will jump him and Boeing gets 17, Tobes will finish 18, Rapid Vorno 19, fastest lap outside the top 10 of those that finished I think is Hayes with a 1:44.911, so she will get the fastest lap for a car outside of the top 10. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, what a race that was indeed. What a 1-2 for Alfa Romeo, a 1-2 for the Euro Titans, Massey and Skeefy, with Allen in P3. Gentlemen, if you want to come in and have a chat, you are more than welcome. That's for Skeefy. for Massey and for SLR Allen. But that was fantastic. Ash Rainbow in the chat says, what a bloody race, guys. Thank you. Hey, man, happy birthday to you. I did sing for you earlier on. I don't know if you heard that, but I did sing for you. But cracker. Jason says, yep, got some tips for my race tomorrow. Absolutely, Jason. Woo, good lord. Are these guys going to come in for a chitty chat? I want to get my podium screen up. I'm going to head back to the command centre just for the minute. And give these guys a minute to come in, otherwise we'll just we'll end things. But what a race, God. What an absolute belter.
It was an absolutely awesome race. Awesome race.
Very, very impressive driving there, considering how tricky the conditions were. A lot of side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel, nose-to-stern action, considering how difficult the conditions were. But one person's already joined the party. So, in fact, we're going to have a chat with him right now. SLR Allen, if you're on the stream, dude, come and jump in and say hello if you want to. But first of all, actually, you know what? I'm going to talk to P2 first of all. And the Alfa Romeo number 2 driver in P2, we have the Eurotitans esports driver ETE Skeefy. Congratulations, mate, buddy. I will say one thing. Do you feel that was a race win taken away from you?
Yes, but it was better for the team, I feel. It helped Alfa Romeo as a whole gain more points. So whilst the victory would have been nice, you know, we got maximum points at the end of the day. So I'm happy with that.
Absolutely. And tell us about that race. Man, that looked hard work.
Yeah, well, I did a similar race Thursday, and the weather turned out exactly the same, which was quite handy. But so just fully sent it qualifying, stuck it on the P1, perfect. And then after X amount of laps, I can't remember how many, Jess said, "Oh, looks like the track's drying up." It's like, oh, I'm not going to pit then. I'm just going to stretch these wets as long as I need. And then as soon as he said it's a crossover point, I just dived in, got the inters, huge pace advantage. Everyone else saw it, and then they pitted.
Mm-hmm.
Late safety car made it a bit fun, 3-lap shootout. But yeah, no, it was a solid drive for everyone. Really happy.
Big points, as I say, big points for the team. Obviously, we do the constructors throughout all the divisions as well for one big constructors trophy. So being a fellow Alfa Romeo driver, that's very pleasing to see, especially with myself and Gandhi getting big points on Monday night as well, with podiums, double podium as well. So yes, it's looking good for Team Alpha. Go, go,
It is,
go.
isn't it?
But congratulations, Ski. Solid drive. Next week, where will we next week? Austria. It's a dry race, as we know, because we're running the back-to-back Austrian, Syrian, wet and dry races. Do you fancy your chances? Are you going to go for redemption next week? Because I know you feel that this should have been your race tonight, and it should have been if you went for the safety car. I think you had it in the bag. So next week, are you going to go for the victory?
Yeah, always going to push to the limit. Austria's a personal favourite track of mine. In past games, this one I haven't quite got the grasp at. I haven't done it since the last update. So I think I'm going to have to spend a few laps on TT and get myself reacquainted with it.
Okie dokie. Well, congratulations tonight on your P2. And we'll see you next week, dude. All the best. Okay, I'm going to move on to P3. And here he is, SLR Allen. He's gone from 2 to 3, and he's made his debut in 3 with a bang, with a great podium, and led for the first half of the race. Congratulations on a good result in your debut race in Div 3. Joey, tell us all about your race.
I can't explain it any better. I'm just happy with P3. Like, the top 2 were just gone. Like, I couldn't even catch up with them because I didn't box for fresh hunters.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just happy with P3.
Pretty good result, though. Look, I mean, obviously, you've had some racing in Division 2 this season. You made the decision to go into 3. Do you feel... I mean, we were 6 races into a 24-race season, so still an awful long way to go. Do you feel you've still got time to make your mark on the championship in this particular division?
Nah, I'll be happy with top 6, really.
Okay, you made a good start, though, dude. And what are your thoughts for Austria next week?
I'm not the best around there, to be fair. But I'm awful at Austria.
All right.
I'll be putting a shitload of practice in.
Realistically, I mean, obviously, we're still a week away from Austria, but if you could give yourself a finishing position, as it stands at the moment, where would it be out of the 20 drivers? Where do you reckon? Where would you like to finish?
Top 10.
Top 10? That's fair enough. That's
I'm
fair
not
enough.
that great around me.
All right, mate. Well, look, congratulations for tonight, and the very best of luck for next week. And good to have you in Division 3, buddy.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, you're welcome. And now we move on to our race winner. Where did that come from, first of all? And secondly, this man just simply... It's a habit. It's a winning habit. And this guy doesn't know how to do anything else but win Grand Prix. It's Etienne Massey with back-to-back wins. 3 wins out the last 4 races. Chris, you're on fire, dude.
Six.
Oh my, as Janice would say, oh my God. I don't deserve that. My wet pace was 5th or 6th at best. We had Bono on the radio with us, Mr. Storm, who told us that it looked more like inters than wets, and Jeff came on and said that they're not sure what tyre it is, and I saw everyone pitting for wets, and I was like, me and Ski will just keep on going and see if it gets better. And yeah, then I was thinking, I'll get P3 because I got stuck behind Giles, and Brutal was too far ahead, so I thought, yeah, P3, good for the championship. And then the safety car came out. I was never going to pit because I didn't have a big enough gap behind, and I didn't want to get stuck in traffic. I was already stuck behind Giles when he was on slower tyres. And then there was no car in front of me other than a big green Aston Martin safety car. And at that point, I was like, how has this fallen onto my lap? You know, this one can be stricken off as a lucky one. You know, I'll take any win, but this was a lucky one, and Skeefy deserved this one. He was flying today. But yeah, top points for Alfa Romeo.
But
Yeah.
Skeefy didn't deserve it enough for you to let him through with team orders. It's like, sorry, mate, you're P2. You're staying in P2. See ya.
It's good for the team, but there's still a championship.
Absolutely. And you're making your mark on that now. Of course, you're championship leader. You've extended the gap at the top of the table. Move on to Austria. Are you going to extend it any further?
All about consistency now. Penalties will be a key in Austria. Yeah, it's a bit of a meh track, Austria. I don't really enjoy it. I don't dislike it. It's just meh.
Fair
So hope it
enough.
stays dry.
Yes. Well, it will do next
the
week.
dry
of course.
race.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. I might just. Hey, Cole, what do you reckon? We put some custom weather in to really mess around these people's minds, shall we?
Yeah.
That sounds
Well,
fun.
said that.
Yeah.
All 3 of my
ahead of you.
wins have come when rains have hit it. So
Already ahead of you.
It's
I'm gonna throw
a dry race, fellas. Don't worry, I promise. I promise it's a dry race. You know what I mean?
Is it? Good luck, Division 4.
Oh, wow. But well done, though, Chris. Another great
Yeah,
drive,
thanks.
mate. And 3 wins out of 4 now. So on the championship charge. Look forward to seeing you next week, my man.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So that's about wraps it up for tonight, guys. What a cracking race that was. Epic battle. COD. That was something else, man. And thank you so much for doing Co-Coms as well. Enjoyed that.
No problem.
A lot of fun,
No problem.
as always. And, okay, what have we got coming up then? Man, what have we got coming up? Tomorrow night, double stacker, man. 2, but it's not just one main event with a filler race. We've got 2 main events tomorrow night. The race number 1, the Euro Titans Esports versus Nexus Racing League, right here as part of the FG Esports World Championships, right here live on Beer and Kebab TV. What's the likes of Findium, Keneal? Oh my lord. Watch these guys tomorrow night. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And of course, I'll be here to provide completely unbiased commentary. No chance. I'll be supporting my team. You can be damn sure of that. But that's going to be kicking off at 7 p.m. Make sure you tune in for that. And then at 9 o'clock, of course, we've got the co-headlining act. We've got the Division 2 Thoroughbreds race back here at La Castellet. And that'll be kicking off around about 9. Almost forgot to mention, the esports race is at Silverstone, the home of motor racing. That should be an absolute classic. So thank you so much for watching tonight. Really appreciate it. Welcome to anyone new to the channel. Appreciate the new follows. Thank you for the recommitments and the new subscribers to the channel as well. Thank you so much for the very, very generous bit donations as well. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. I will see you guys tomorrow night. We're going to chuck a quick raid over to El Taco Man Gaming. Yeah, we'll give my brother from another mother across the pond a quick raid. We'll give him some beer and kebab love. And I will see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Until then, take care. Godspeed.